Most men don't realize this, but the way you speak, the energy behind your words, and the beliefs running silently in your mind are all being broadcast to the woman in front of you before you even finish your first sentence. And here's the brutal truth. If your subconscious programming is wrong, if your beliefs are weak, then no line, no trick, no pickup tactic will ever work for long. You might get her attention for a moment, but you'll never hold it. That's why in this channel, we don't hand you surface-level tricks. We go deeper. We rewire the very code that drives who you are, so you don't have to pretend to be him. You become him. And once you do, you'll never have to chase her again. She'll feel it, she'll lean in, and she'll see you differently. Forever. From the moment you were born, your mind started recording. Your parents' tone of voice, the way strangers treated you, the moments you felt powerful, and the moments you felt small. Every laugh, every insult, every rejection, every win. Your subconscious took all of it and quietly built your identity from it. Now here's the problem. For most men, that programming is wrong. It's built from fear, from doubt, from the lessons of people who never mastered their own lives. So when you speak to a woman, it's not really you speaking. It's the echo of that old programming, the hesitations, the need for approval, the tiny micro-pauses in your voice that tell her, without you knowing, I'm not sure of myself. And women, they don't have to think about it. They feel it instantly. Your subconscious is not a thinking machine. It's a storage device. It doesn't know what's good for you or what's bad for you. It just records. And once it records something enough times, it locks it in as a belief. That's why, if you grew up being ignored, you might believe your voice doesn't matter. If you got laughed at the first time you tried to speak up, your subconscious might have decided, stay quiet, play safe. And here's the thing, you can't out-talk it. You can't stand in front of the mirror and repeat a line until you feel confident if deep down your mind still believes the opposite. This is why most self-help advice fails. It's why men come to me saying, I tried being confident, but it didn't feel real. Of course it didn't, because you were trying to act against your programming, and your programming will always win, unless you change it. And this is exactly why, on this channel, I don't give you fake tips like, next time she says this, just reply with that. That's theater. It's pretending. It might get you through a moment, but it doesn't change who you are. Here, we rip out the root of the problem. We go down to the deepest level of your programming, and we rewrite it. Because when you change the program, you change the man. And when you change the man, you change everything. Confidence stops being something you try to remember. It becomes something you are. Attraction stops being something you generate. It becomes something she can't turn off. How programming works, the science and the truth. Your subconscious programming takes place in three main ways. Repetition. The more you see, hear, or experience something, the more your brain locks it in as truth. Emotion, high emotional moments, whether joy or pain, burn beliefs into your mind instantly. Authority. When someone you trust or fear says something about you, your brain takes it as fact. Think about it. If your father, mother, teacher, or even a stranger once told you you're not good enough and your emotions were high in that moment, your subconscious probably stamped that as part of your identity. And unless you've reprogrammed it, it's still running your life. The loop, why it feels permanent. Here's the cruel part. Once your subconscious has a belief, it looks for evidence to prove it's true. If you believe women don't like me, then every rejection becomes proof. If you believe I'm not interesting, then every silence in a conversation becomes confirmation. You don't even see the moments that could prove otherwise, because your mind filters them out. And so, The loop keeps running, year after year, until you wake up one day, wondering why, no matter what you try, the results never change. How to change it, step by step. So how do we break the loop? First, you have to see it. You have to catch yourself in the moment and realize this is not reality, this is programming. Second, you replace it, not with random affirmations, but with experiences, habits, and mental images that directly contradict the old belief. If you believe you're not worth listening to, you start speaking in situations where you know you'll be heard. Small wins that your subconscious can't deny. If you believe women don't value you, you put yourself in spaces where your presence is genuinely respected, even if it's outside of dating at first. Third, you repeat it. Because repetition is the only way your subconscious learns. Core beliefs you must install. And these are the beliefs every man watching this needs to build. My presence has value. I am the prize. I don't need to be chosen. I choose. Silence is strength. Attraction is a byproduct of who I am, not what I do. Once these beliefs are real in your mind, they will leak into everything. Your tone, your posture, your eye contact. And here's the beauty. Women feel it before they even realize they're feeling it. I've seen men go from anxious, overthinking, approval-seeking to calm, grounded, and magnetic without learning a single tactic. Why? Because they changed the signal they were broadcasting. When you speak from a place of self-respect, when your subconscious believes you are the man, your words carry weight. You don't need to talk faster, you don't need to be clever, you just need to be aligned. And women, they can't resist alignment. So here's your choice. You can keep chasing the next magic line, hoping this one will finally make her see you differently. Or you can go deeper. You can rewire the code. Because the moment your subconscious programming changes, the game is over. You won't be chasing anymore. You'll be attracting effortlessly, and she'll never see you the same again.